Hi, my name is Ola Onabulé. I'm a singer-songwriter, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Neumann KMS 105. I first came across this microphone about 8 years ago when I was working with a big band in Germany called the WDR Big Band. I walked on stage expecting a dynamic mic of the sort that most singers would expect to find in a live gig. But in this instance, the engineer had placed on stage the Neumann KMS 105, which is distinct from a dynamic mic because it's a condenser mic of the kind that you would find normally in a studio. What was amazing about this particular experience was the fact that all of a sudden I had accessible to me almost the fullest, widest dynamic range I could expect, or rather that I wouldn't have expected on stage. So I could address both the high frequencies of my vocal range as well as I could the low frequencies and everything in between. So it was an exceptional experience. It meant I could play with all of these frequencies to an extent that I probably normally wouldn't be able to if I had been using a traditional dynamic microphone. One of the things that I enjoy about using the KMS 105, which I have ever since that day, I don't think I've ever used another microphone since then. One of the things I enjoy most is something that I'm going to illustrate to you now, which is the extent to which it lends itself to vocal technique, mic vocal technique. When you use a dynamic microphone, you would expect to be able to control your dynamics by moving the mic back and forth. But because of the reduced sensitivity of a dynamic, you don't get as much of a dramatic interplay between voice and microphone as you do with, say, a condenser like the KMS. Condensers are typically more sensitive. So I'll give you an example. I'll just put my headphones on here and show you what I mean. So for instance, if while I was singing, say for instance a scat solo, I could sing the high and the low notes and vary the volume of my voice and use the mic accordingly so that I become, in a way, an instrument amongst the other instruments on stage, like so. So what I was doing there was using the exceptional qualities of the Neumann KMS's condenser diaphragm. I was able to bring the microphone in when I was trying to take advantage of its proximity effect, of the warmth that could be gained from singing close, and pulling it far away when I was singing higher and singing the higher notes or singing louder. It's so much more attuned for performing that way because it's a condenser mic. Dynamics are by nature a lot less sensitive and a lot less useful in that way for that purpose. There are three microphones in the Neumann KMS range. There's the 105, which is the one that I own and use most weeks. There's the Neumann 104, and there's the Neumann 104 Plus. The 105 is a supercardioid microphone, which means that it's more effective at rejecting signal from the sides and from the rear. So it's particularly suited to a very loud stage environment. The 104 is a cardioid pattern, which means that it is more happy with sounds that are presented to the front of it, and so might be suited to situations that are less noisy than the 105. The 104 Plus is exactly the same as the 104, but it has a bass boost, which means that it's warmer and more suited maybe to the female vocalist. You know what? I'm going to sing a couple of lines from one of my songs into all three microphones, and you can judge for yourself what you think about them. So here goes. This is a couple of lines from It's the Peace That Deafens. Gentle words, shrewd and false, come from lips that betray. Way deep where dreams sleep. And the 104. Gentle words, shrewd and false, come from lips that betray. Way deep where dreams sleep. And the 104 plus. Gentle words, shrewd and false, come from lips that betray. Way deep where dreams sleep. So, there you have it. The Neumann KMS range. Check them out. I hope you like them. Thank you very much.